appliances. So from this administration, we've seen them go after gas stoves, air conditioning units with regulation, refrigerators, washing machines, dishwashers, now water heaters. How many more home appliances will Americans eventually have to replace then because of regulation?
So just to be clear, when it comes to water heaters, and it is proposed, what has been put forward, and if it is enacted, it would not take it into effect until 2029. So let's not forget that. So we want to make sure that we have the facts out there. And if and when it is enacted, it's going to help consumers save about $11 billion a year. That's what the president wants to do. He wants to make sure that we lower costs for the American people. That's why the Inflation Reduction Act is so important, right? Because it's going to provide up to $2,000 in credit as it relates to energy. So those are the things that the president is focused on. But again, if enacted, it wouldn't be enacted until 2029. And if it is enacted, to add to that, consumers would save $11 billion a year.
So my toaster is safe.
This is a big week for the economy. The Federal Reserve will likely raise rates again on Wednesday, putting the interest rates into a range we had for 2007. So are high interest rates and about 2% growth a side effect of Bidenomics? I'm
just not going to get into what the Federal Reserve is going to make a decision on or not. They are independent. I'm not going to get into hypotheticals from here. They have the independence we give them the independence to make sure that they make monetary decisions on their own.
How about Bidenomics and high interest rates then?
Look, what I can say is Bidenomics is about making sure that we build an economy that doesn't leave anybody behind, right? When you see the data, when you see that inflation has indeed come down, has come down the last 12 months, and that's important. That's what the data has showed. That is important, and also while wages are going up. And so this is Bidenomics at work. This is the president's policies, making sure, again, that we build an economy from the bottom up, middle out. I'm not going to get into the Federal Reserve.
The chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, has expressed opposition to U.S. officials traveling to Taliban-controlled Afghanistan. Who were those officials? Can you confirm the meeting? Was it somebody from the White House?
I don't have anything to confirm or lay out for you as who attended.
Pulling it together before the Supreme Court decision on affirmative action admissions, and also understanding a large component of it is about capacity. Is the president concerned about capacity for historically black colleges and universities that is already struggling with this influx of students, and now more so because of the decision by the U.S. Supreme Court on affirmative action admissions?
We had already seen record applicant increases before the Supreme Court decision on affirmative action. So that's something that we had seen, as you mentioned. And what I can say is that the vice president, the president certainly, of course, is committed to doing everything that we can to assist HBCUs. As you know, we've awarded a historic amount of funding to HBCUs, about $7 billion. I think that shows our commitment to making sure that HBCUs continue to thrive and they have the resources that they need. But as it relates to increase of applicants, we're certainly going to continue to take a look at that closely.